It is a cloudy day today here in Texas, Central Texas. Texas all over is not the same. Everywhere, Texas is a huge state. You could spend a day and a half trying to go through Texas and still be in Texas. I'm in Central Texas, and I went out there today and I noticed that some of my beans were developing seeds. They'd been there too long. Good morning, everyone. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. My Ace Spoon Coon just ran out the door. That's okay. She was supposed to come, even though I didn't tell her to. So I've been harvesting stuff, you know, like not habaneros. These are Scotch bonnet. You see that little one down there? I pulled 2 or 3 off this morning. They're all in here mixed in. But I went out there and I started noticing that things are growing, and some of them need to be harvested, especially my string beans. String beans grow quick. You want a quick crop? I don't know how long these things have been here, but it ain't been over 60 days. And I looked just a minute ago, and guess what I have? Now, it's going to be kind of hard to harvest all of them because I watered this morning, but I saw string beans. Looky here, looky here. There they are. So let's get them out of here before they become peas, huh? So people don't like picking peas or string beans. I don't mind because I love string beans. I might go ahead and cook this string bean dish that I used to eat at the Chinese food restaurant. Girl, get. She's getting ready to knock over the camera. Get. Yep, hold them up. Look. Look down there. There they are, string beans. Never been sprayed, unless something fell from the sky. Not by me or anyone in this yard. So, I got my basket here, and we're gonna pick a couple. We're gonna pick as many as we can, well, as many as is on here, because I wanted to keep producing. It's just like deadheading. You want the flowers to keep on going, you have to deadhead. Same principle for the string beans. Let me look at this one over here. This is a different type, but they're on here. Let me turn you around. They're hiding from me. Now I should have known they were ready because the ones in the pots were planted after these, and they have flowers on them. They look like they're producing string beans. We're going to check the other side. This side was planted first, and I watered this morning. I'm going to go get that bantam in a minute. I see it. That's Nasty Pants. Mr. Nasty Pants is making noise. I think he heard me. He's going to be quiet. So the main problem people have about mixing their crops is identifying what's what. But if you look at the leaves, you'll know what's what. Plus, a plant always tells you what it is. You just have to wait. Just like people. Searching, shake your groove thing, yeah, yeah. Show them how they doing now. Got that one. Well, hey, look at that. Marigolds are coming in, but these potato plants are out of control. That's what these are, potatoes. They ain't supposed to look, I didn't think they were going to get this bushy, but they did. And these are sweet potatoes. What's this in here? That look like a bean plant. But it just has a flower on it right now. See that? See that? It's not ready. That definitely a bean plant though. You look through. Yeah, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. Let's go to the other side and see if there's anything over there. Those sweet potatoes. Man, that little bantam gonna end up in the coal pile. I'm collecting birds. There's a coal group. Have worn out their welcome, eating up all the food and making problems. Oh, these are ready. Here's some more beans from the other side. You got to look at it from a different angle. There they are right there, and there's a whole bunch of them on there. Let me go in and set you up. First, you got to get your basket, Jamaica. Is this thing all you, my friend? It seems to me. All right, here we are, here we are, here we are. Here we go, Jamaica, here we go. Potato plants and beets are in over here, and they keep on going across. Keep on going across. I'll be right back. You know what I'm gonna do. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to roll 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You want to be with me, right, boy? You like being with me, don't you? Now you quiet. These are jalapenos I'm picking, but I'm gonna go over there to the beans in a minute. Just don't want to forget these. These are getting big. And as I said, in order for them to well, I think that if you pick them or harvest them, they'll continue to be producing. If mamas can do this with their babies, guess what? I could do this with a chicken. Especially this little one right here. He got a big mouth. You got a big mouth. Big mouth. How am I gonna get over here? Sometimes you gotta get down and dirty. Lord. They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling, trying to keep me riding dirty, trying to keep me riding dirty. My music's so loud. I think it's frustrating. This bantam won't shut up and let me pick my beans. So he's coming along for the ride. You want to be here. You wanted some attention, boy. You getting it. How about that? You like attention, right? Everybody likes a little bit of attention sometimes. I don't know if this is attention you want, but that's what you're going to get. You all free running around, making as much noise as you could. Annoying me. And now here you are. A prisoner. Sit under there. You lucky I like you. You lucky you cute. For now. Don't wear out your welcome, boy. I think I got all the mature beans off of there. I hope I did. Let me see if there are any more. Let's see. I see some leaves over there that look like beans. Let me look. Yep, those are beans. Let's go over here. Now, the other one is like one after another. These roosters, don't get roosters unless you have land where you can, even if they're cute, they make noise and it's annoying. Oh, that's his brother. That's Rollo. Rollo's mad. Was it Rollo? Was it you? Maybe it was Rollo. Maybe Rollo need to be in my arms, huh? Let me go get Rollo. I'm going to put him back because I think he might have learned his lesson, but Rollo hasn't. That's Rollo. I saw him moving. He'll be next in my arms. Back in my arms again. Whenever you're near me, I hear a sound. So they mess with me. I mess with them. Meet Rollo. Rollo is not a pretty bantam. Look at that face. And he got the nerve to be over there protesting. Put his brother back, but now he's back in my arms again. Yeah, Rollo. Say yeah, Rollo. Yeah, yeah. You flap me and we're going to fight. One of y'all already scratched me. Not you. Well, the one that scratched me ain't here no more. He's in the upper room. Upper room. All right, boy. Calm down. Enjoy the ride. All right, let's get this. Beans. What? I love you. I honestly love you. I honestly love you. What's wrong, boy? Stop squirming. Unbecoming, boy, baby. Unbecoming. Do I see any more? No. So here's what I have so far of my string beans. Let's go and look on the other side where we planted the contender beans, okay? So we're moving from one space to another, picking our string beans. If you want a quick crop, look. That is string beans, and guess what? There are string beans on this bad boy. You can plant them anywhere, anywhere. Just go ahead and do it. They're big beans, they grow, they sprout quick, so you'll get the satisfaction of knowing that they're gonna grow almost automatically. Within 5-7 days, you'll have big old bean pods that you're gonna have to replant. And I put this one in a container to show everybody that you do not have to put it in the ground. You don't. So there's another thing I want to talk to you about. I have not put any so I thought, chemical-based fertilizer on here. But then I was watching another video from another YouTuber who was talking about how organic compost and organic fertilizer are not exactly that way. So think about it. They get the blood or the blood meal from harvesting livestock. Well, you know they treat livestock with chemicals, right? They treat them for all kind of ailments that, they want their livestock to be as healthy as possible. In order to do that, they give them shots. Now they're supposed to, not stop giving them shots within a certain time period. It's regulated, but who's to say what they do? So we're harvesting the droppings and the bones from these animals who have chemicals in their system. And we're using the manure from these animals who have eaten grass that had pesticides and herbicides in the grass. So not only are they getting shot up, but they're eating stuff that has been sprayed. So all you can do is do the best you can. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You can do the best you can. Some people say, what you eat, what you put in your mouth, you're ingesting this. Well, guess what? You're getting it anyway. So if you're spending a whole bunch of extra money on organic stuff, the only way you can be sure that it's organic and it doesn't contain any prescription drugs or pesticides or herbicides is to farm raise your animals and use your own. And if you're using your own, you have to grow your own stuff and create your own cycle. Can't feed them any commercial stuff, because what they eat is going to come out through their system. What they can't digest, just like us, what we go and do number 2 is bacteria or stuff that our body does not want or does not need. So that's what that is. And chemicals don't go away. They don't go away. I learned that from my brother. We were at North Austin. We were going to get something to eat, and at the door, this was pre-pandemic, At the door, they had hand sanitizer because I guess they were trying to conserve water. Austin is like that, or Austin wants, they want to conserve water. But what we found out is that you don't know what people have on their hands. All kind of people come through those doors. People who have sprayed, who are working with chemicals, and it's on their skin. They touch their doorknob, and you touch the doorknob behind them at the restaurant, and you take a chemical-based hand sanitizer and think that it's gone. And my brother was like, no, Jamaica. Always wash your hands. Wash your hands before you go to the bathroom. Wash your hands before you eat. Wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. Wash your hands. Because when you're going through these doors, see how going in and out of this door? Yeah, I gotta wash my hands because I'm messing with them chickens. Everything gets transferred to the doorknob. So hand sanitizer will sanitize, biological stuff, but them chemicals are there. Another thing is that, you touch it with your hands. The biggest organ on your body is your skin. Everybody, so you should be worried about what you eat, because eating at these some of them, eating at some of these fast food places is not good for you. Not. There are vegans who eat those burgers that are supposed to be vegan, and they're basically all chemicals. So being a vegan is weird nowadays. Before, it used to be natural. Not anymore, not necessarily. Now it's chemical, and it has a lot of sugar and a lot of stuff that your body just doesn't need. So anyway, wash your hands, grow your food. Don't spend a bunch of money on specific fertilizers because they're all starting to look alike. Plus, I watched 2 or 3 people who used cow manure and straw, hay, and poisoned their land because the manure had either was hot manure, which was not broken down properly, or was manure where cows had eaten some kind of herbicide and it killed everything. I shouldn't say that word. It destroys your crops. Nothing will grow. They shrivel up. And once you get that in, guess what? Remember all that money you spent on your raised bed or putting all that stuff in? You got to dig that stuff out. Just like when, or you got to wait 10 years for it to disappear, or 5-10 years. You're going to struggle for a while. You got to get that stuff out. Just like if you have and I'm not a part of the EPA. I'm not involved with the EPA, but I had some classes on it. You have a spill, all right? You got to dig that stuff out. Dig it out. And there is a certain amount of feet you got to dig out. Once you get a certain chemical or oil or anything in your land, nothing will grow. I know. When I was a kid, it happened to us. We couldn't grow anything. Man, how long did that area stay bare? 10, 15 years? You got to dig it out. So when people say, my land, I bought some hay that had an herbicide on it, whatever the lifespan of that chemical is the amount of time you're going to have to wait to grow anything in that spot. Or if you buy any kind of manure with a chemical where the cattle or the goats or the sheep ate something that had herbicide in it, it's transferred. It goes through their system. They do the number 2 and give it to you. Chemicals don't disappear like biological stuff. It don't break down the same way. It has to sink into the soil, or what you're supposed to do is dig it out. Dig it out. So it's a sad state of affairs. You spend all this money on these products, right? And you think you're doing the right thing. And it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I buy fish emulsion and I buy horticulture molasses. That stuff is not cheap, right? Or you buy some manure or buy some soil, and it turns out the soil is contaminated. Unbeknownst usually to the people selling it. They don't know. They just know they composted it like they normally do, and How they gonna know what the cows ate? How they gonna know that the farmer gave the cows? And sometimes the farmers don't know. How they gonna know that the hay that the cows or the sheep or the goats or the whatever they gave them was contaminated, or they shot them up with something to get rid of some sort of parasite? How are they gonna know? Well, maybe the farmers will know that they gave them some kind of prescription drug to get rid of some kind of disease because they want their livestock healthy. But when you get the bones, some of that stuff goes into your bone marrow. You take certain drugs, it gets into your bones. And it's in your blood. Same thing with them. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about buying organic and chemical based fertilizers. Starting to look like they're all the same, unfortunately for us. So the only way you think you can do is do your own compost tea, and even that you got to worry about. Not as much though, because if you're buying this stuff, at least you know what's in your backyard. Let me put it that way. You know what you have in your backyard. You know what you fed your animals. I was going to take some chicken manure. I'm back on the soapbox. I'm going to take some of my chicken manure out of there and compost that. But I've been buying pine shavings, and I have hay that I bought from one of the big box stores. I don't know if that stuff was... There's nothing growing in there, by the way. No grass. And I was thinking it was the chickens. It might not be the chickens. It might be the hay that I put in there. So I'm just going to leave it in there. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it and poison my land. Like this one poor lady. She had raised beds. You know how expensive it is to fill a raised bed? And her raised beds were not 1 foot off the ground. They were huge. And she went and bought some compost. I don't think she bought the bag compost, but she went to a distributor and got a couple of truckloads of compost to fill up her beds. And within a week of her putting her seedlings in, they all shriveled up and died. Then I heard another lady. She bought hers. She buys bag compost, one of the well-known brands. And her stuff, everything she put on her in that land, and I think that's worse because that is in ground. Hers was in ground. Man, which means you might think that the compost wasn't broken down, but it might be an herbicide or pesticide, or it's probably herbicide everything. Man, I'm getting mad talking about it because it could happen to anybody. So just do the best you can with what you have. Buying this expensive organic or 10-10-10. Some people were garden shaming me for 10-10-10, but shoot, at least I 10-10-10 is a slow release. The stuff they're using, the organic stuff, the tea or the compost is burning their stuff, desecrating long aisles. What piles of their vegetables and their seedlings that they work so hard putting together. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. And it happens one time. You think that's it? That's the end of it? You got to dig that stuff out. That's all I got to say. I know about that stuff. They gave us classes. We have a spill. Man, first of all, they're going to fine you. And they're not doing this to these big companies, which it should be the same thing. First of all, they fine you. Then they come out there and they stake the land off, right? And then you got to dig that perimeter. And it's huge. It's not that little, like you spill a little bit. They're going to make it big, huge. You got to dig that stuff out because all that stuff spreads. You got to dig that out, and then they tell you how many feet. And usually, man, you're going to need a backhoe. That's all I got to say. So I hope it's not on purpose. That's all I got. I'm just starting to think because I'm starting to see it over and over again. I'm glad I don't buy any compost. I do, however, bought some soil. I buy soil for my seedlings, and I noticed that this one particular soil, my seedlings were just dropping every time I put them in repotted them with this soil, they just dropped. I stopped buying it. But that's a seedling. That's a seedling. I throw that soil out. I did throw that soil out. Threw the seedling and the soil out. Whew. The world we live in now. These contender beans came up quick. I watered, so I'm going to have a hard time and be muddy, but it's worth it. Let's go down here and look at them. It's hard for me to maneuver with the chicken foot in my way, but look down there. See that? There's some beans. The whole row has got beans on it, so let's go ahead and get it. The only thing is I watered. You see that? It's America. You know better. Let's go ahead and harvest these because they got flowers on it, but they also have beans. If you scratch me, boy, it's all over. For you, that is. All right. Let's go, Rollo. You want to be a part of the harvest? Y'all see me? I see you. That's his friend. They taking turns, you know? No. They taking turns annoying me. You crow, she grab you, and then I crow when she grab me, okay? Or you crow when she grab me, and I crow when she grab you. Deal, Rollo? Your turn. Lucky I didn't take you to the culling station, which is right there. You're too small for the culling station. You're too small, you'll fall right through. Look at these beans, man. Oh man, it's Chevets. Talk about your quick crop. They're in here. They're young too. Yeah, they are. Sorry, I had a net on, but when I went in there to get him, the netting on the chicken coop pulled the net off. So here I am. Here I am. Doing the best I can. Don't blame Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny is just a man, and he's doing the best he can. I heard him say, don't blame Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny is just a man, and he's doing the best he can. Alright. Gotta go to the sun, down by the riverside. Down by the riverside, I'm gonna lay down my burden. Oh, lay down my chicken. That is weird. These don't have as many on it. They're not as mature. Maybe it has something to do with the sun. That's weird. Hey, look out here. Yep, they're not ready. Not ready. Well, let me show you what I got. I got one bantam and about, I don't know, 3/4 of a pound of string beans. They have not been in the ground long. They've been in the ground. I hope I don't break his legs, my hands. Sometimes I squeeze my hands too tight. I never broke any bird's legs, but he might be the first. I'm just holding him by his feet. He don't like it. Look at him. This is how they try to make themselves look bigger than they are. They spread their wings and fly away to a place that I've longed for, and my heart will be the pathway, searching for love that's evermore. All right, enough of my singing. My hair's all jacked up. I got a bird in my arms. I'm multi-talented. I don't think I put string beans anywhere. I know I didn't put them anywhere else. If I did, they're not ready. There are some over here. There are some over there, but they're not ready with the sweet potatoes. So these contender beans were planted from seeds about 45 days ago. Check the you can check the film and see. I'm so sorry. I look so bad. Wait a minute. I got sticks in my hair. Look at this. Look at this. Fight with these birds. Oh, there's my net. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. I thank you guys for being with me, and I will see you. Say bye, Rollo. Bye bye. Bye. Let me put him back. He's super stressed. Look at his face. See his face? He's stressed. I'm gonna put him back in the cage. I think he'll shut up for a little while. Let's see. Ow! Hey, you bite me.